Hello guys and gals, welcome back to another episode of Shitty Pastas. Yes, it's that time of the month again where we take a look at shitty creepypastas. To fit this category, of course, like always, you have to have a creepypasta that at least tries to be a creepypasta. We can't have something as amazing as Death Trumpet all the time. But, that being said, we have two creepypastas today. Need for Speed The Last Race and Die.avi. It's going to be a hell of a time. Pretty much, we're going to try to give our criticisms at the end. We're not assholes when it comes to this stuff, but, you know, we're just trying to have a good, fun time here. Again, two creepypastas. You guys get to vote in the end which ones you like, so pretty much, you know, sit back, relax. Here's our first creepypasta right now, Need for Speed The Last Race. 5 years ago, I was looking for a copy of Pikmin 2. I was looking at yard sales all over the neighborhood. I came across Need for Speed Underground 2 for the GameCube. I asked the owner of the yard sale, how much does this cost? The owner just looked at me. He said, "No price, kid. It's free." I responded, "Okay." I got into my Lotus Elise and drove off. When I got home, I searched for my Wii for at least 2 hours. I also found my old copy of Paper Mario The Thousand Year Door. I found it in my closet under my coin collection. I took up the cords, found the sensor bar, and got ready for awesomeness. There was no THX or EA openings. It just sent me straight into the title screen. There were only two options at this point: Career and Options. Upon selecting Career, I was just thrown into the game. The overall was just as it was in the PlayStation 2 version, except I was driving an RX-8 with blood on the roof and hood, scratches on the side skirts, broken spoiler, and the front and back bumpers looked like they were bitten. No SMS messages either. I was also in Beacon Hill, right in front of the graphics shop. There was already a special event occurring at the beginning of the game. I pressed the up button, and I had 5 minutes to get to Cole Harbor, the western side. I started driving through the city core, turning at every roadblock. When I got to Cole Harbor eastern side, I was driving towards the western side, and when I got into the location, my car's appearance looked different. The paint was replaced by blood. The bumpers were gone. The side skirts were scratch-free. The hood was missing. Most of the roof was ripped off, and most of all, the trunk was completely ripped off. The photo was shot. There were eyes peeping out of the taillights, looking straight at the screen 5 seconds later. Then, there was a URL race, available in the location of the photo shot. What the track looked like, it simply spelled out, "The End." I was racing with 5 opponents: Lisa, Joshua, Steven, Rachel, and Joey. My name was blank. It only showed ... or an ellipses. The first lap lasted for at least 3 minutes. What I noticed was that there was a factory in the middle of the track. Smoke covered the screen. The track extended suddenly. The End was replaced by Deathcast's Shadow. That's what the track was spelled. It took at least 9 minutes and 43 seconds to loop this track. The screen cut to black. Then, a demon appeared on the screen, which nearly, by the way, gave me a heart attack. It screeched at me. It pulled my entire Wii into the TV, and the TV just turned off. All that was left behind was a disc. I went to the house I bought it from to have a word with him. When I got there, there was a for sale sign. The neighbor said, "This house? It's been abandoned for 15 years. In shock, I stared at it. I just came to give this to you." Not. I snapped the disc in half, went to my neighbor's house, and scrapped the remains. I soon then went back to my normal life afterwards. It all started a few weeks ago. Playing a bit of Sonic Unleashed on the PlayStation 2, got lots of Moon and Sun medals, and then went on to Skyward Sword on the Wii. While I was attempting the Thunder Challenge, fighting the imprisoned third phase boss, I got an email from a random person on my computer, but obviously I didn't pay attention to it, as I was getting my ass whooped in the game. Eventually I stopped playing and noticed the email. I decided to open it in really poor and jumbled English. It read this. Note, I did not edit what the email said, it was written in the way it is right here. "I found good video for you. Go to youtube.com and type up you. You get download after watch. Download and then watch. If you want to save life, don't watch." And here's a bunch of binary 01000100, stuff like that. But after that, moving on, it ends there. I thought this was some sort of spam mail, so once I was ready to send it to my junk mail, I quickly noticed a binary at the bottom. Very cliche, as most of the creepypastas are based on this binary crap. I went to translate what it says, and it turns out to be the only thing that's most readable. Death is upon you. Okay, so death is upon me now? I seriously didn't know what to do here, so after 5 minutes of thinking, I just gave up and decided to check on this Popiu thing later. I needed game time to calm myself. After an hour of playing, I went back to my computer to check this Popiu thing. When I went on, I received another email from the same guy, and at this time there was an email address, satandie@hotdie.com. Odd, never heard of a website called hotdie.com. Anyways, this time the message read, "You will watch. Popiu, Popiu, Popiu." And then the word Popiu repeated about like 50 times down the page. I might as well search this up, so I went on to youtube.com and typed Popiu into the search bar. As soon as I clicked search, the entire screen started flickering black and white like some damn seizure, and then it crashed. What a waste of fucking time, I said angrily. First, I received creepy emails, then the fucking seizure that almost made me blind, and now this? I was really pissed at this point, but I tried again. Type Popiu, and this time it actually worked. There was only one video here named keepgoing.wmv, and the thumbnail was a picture of the elegy statue from Majora's Mask, aka Ben. Except, shocker, he had no face, no eyes, or anything. His creepy smile was still there though, and his skin was very white and pale. As if he was painted in white or something. I then went and clicked it. First of all, there was no Ben in the video, just some really freaky buzzy noise. Nothing else was there except a pair of faint red eyes that were really hard to see unless you enhanced the lighting of your computer, and it remained that way for a minute. The last 20 seconds of the video showed some red text saying, "You watched it, right? Go back to the email." I thought that the email meant a new email, but it didn't. I went back to the one that had Popiu typed out 50 times, and it seemed to be edited this time. The first line that said "You will watch" is now replaced with "Obtain download link" and "download." The window immediately closed on my computer, and I received a normal download with the options open, save, and cancel. The file was called Die.avi. I downloaded it and then opened it up. It took quite a while to actually get the video up and running since it needed a shitload of setting up. And then it loaded. For the first 4 seconds, there was what it looked like a man with a really freaky face, all twisted and horrified. Then it quickly flashed to what it looked like a deserted street with bodies piled on each other in the middle of a road. Blood was squirting out of them, and it didn't look nice as smoke was coming out of them. It didn't look nice. It was really hard to notice, but at the back of the street, I saw exactly the same man as I saw earlier, his twisted and horrified face, but this time, holding a knife. So he killed all those people, but for what purpose, I don't know. It remained like that for 30 seconds, then it cut to a black screen with the Lavender Town theme playing in the background, mixed in with the Song of Unhealing. "This is fucking mad," I yelled at my screen. "I seriously don't want to hear 2 creepy themes at once. This is so fucked." I was relieved when the mix ended, but it took 2 minutes to end. And then all of a sudden, it flashed to what looked like Ikana Canyon. Except everything was blood red and there was no sign of life, mind you. Except that house near the river was badly damaged and gone. On one of the high mountains of the canyon, I saw the same man again. This guy's stalking me now. It was near the end of the video now, only 20 seconds left, and the video changed again. This time it looked like my bedroom. This was the scariest part though. On my computer desk looked like me dead, lying down on it, with blood all over me, and yet again, the same scary man was there in the pose that he had stabbed me right on the back. The video ended with, "I'm slowly gaining up to you," and then stopped. I literally screamed the loudest I could and started running out of my home like a fucking spaz. I eventually calmed down and relaxed myself, but I was still very anxious. It got worse 2 days later. Reports on the news state a man with a twisted face had been killing innocent people on their computer desks, and it had been going from one house to the next. The news also stated that the man had reached Erica Court, my flat, and he's killing every person from one side to the other. He's slowly gaining in on me. It's been a few weeks now, and I've been playing more Skyward Sword and Sonic Unleashed, and I've already forgotten about that insane killer. Until tonight. I heard a strange noise come from my kitchen, and it took 3 seconds to see who that was. It was that fucking twisted man. Holy fucking shit, I have to run so bad. Well, I managed to escape the guy anyways, and I just received an email from the same guy. It says, "Me know where you live. You're dead. I'll get you soon. You won't hide forever. I could be behind you now. Watch your step." I have to be extremely careful now. Can't trust anyone, as they might be that man in disguise. Not even my friends or family. Well, what can we say about these two? Well, they both seem to share a love for supernatural beings, I guess. Whatever, let's start off with Need for Speed. First off, game given for free, and the person just drives off in their Lotus Elise. Love how that has to be mentioned. Then we go home to plug in the Wii, and when we get to the game, no openings, just 2 options, and then being tossed right into the shit heap. Yep. There we go. Then the RX-8 we're in has blood on the roof and hood, and then it has to be covered all over later on, which could have just been red paint. I mean, how could I know? It wasn't like it was detailed or anything. Now, tell me, this is one of the biggest parts that got me here in this Creepypasta. As you drive away from point A to point B, and by any means, I don't remember any, transition changes in Need for Speed at all, you begin to notice the car change somewhat differently. Not really, but when the car is just scratched and bitten, and then parts are entirely missing, such as the trunk, it's more than just a tad difference. It's very, very different. Then the picture has eyes in it, scary shit right there. Then the race is so pointless in my eyes. A factory appears in the middle. I mean, is this like Willy Wonka shit or something? We need more explanations. Then out of nowhere, this demon appears, pulling the whole system in with it. Logic, man, logic. And by the way, it leaves a disc behind too. That doesn't want the disc, it wants your system. Then the house is abandoned. The seller's house, and the player was in shock, but casually responds to the neighbors and just destroys the disc. But at least, I mean, I don't even know what to say, man. I don't even know what to say. It was just, at least he or she didn't move on, right? At least. Maybe in Fairy Tale Land this would work, but not in this life, no. Then we have Die.avi. Oh boy. First we start off playing games, then we get this email with poor English contained. Okay, it's interesting so far, let's see where it goes. Binary was mentioned as a cliche. Yeah, cool, okay, move on with it. Popiu, huh? Well, I don't know what the fuck, that is, but let's find out, Let's learn what Popiu is. We always like learning here, let's see. So, by the way, I did search at Popiu on YouTube, and all I could see was someone doing Thriller, whatever. Then we have the email, SatanDie@hotdie.com, and all we deduce is that the first time this person has ever seen Hot Die, never seen before. Now, wait a minute. No mention of Satan Die at all? That's okay, that's common. No red flags there, no issue. Well, you know what, in my eyes, this person deserves it then, okay? That's a blatant fucking, that's just sign. Then we have a video of the Elegy statue, with 2 somewhat cliche tracks mixed in with a shot of the killer, sorry. Then you encounter the person who systematically kills everyone in a flatter apartment in the entire place, with the cops giving no fucks at all, no. And finally, the person encounters this killer and just gets away. Oh, well. Speedy shit right there. Then they're on the run. My god. Honestly, both of these were really nothing special. But then again, we're not total assholes here, okay? We're not complete pricks. Let's give some, constructive stuff over here. Now, Need for Speed gets a shitty badge today, while Die.avi kind of has a place in my heart as this B-movie gamer version of The Ring. Never thought I'd say that in my life, but whatever. All in all, both of these pastas had some facepalm-worthy moments. Need for Speed, in my eyes, should have just been written entirely. I mean, there was parts of it, nothing really happens in it to the point where even the events that it tries to toss into this Creepypasta game just make no sense, really. It's just, it leaves readers confused. This factory nonsense, these eyes just randomly appearing, cars appearing, but there's no explanations. Either, explain what it is, or just rewrite it entirely, really. Die.avi, on the other hand, if it was stretched out and built up more to this encounter towards the end, with more phenomena happening with these emails, which I thought was a really nice touch in my eyes. I like the emails, I wish we could see more of this stuff built up. This mentioning to other social media. It could have actually been really decent. A detailed encounter would also be amazing as well. Not just, I got away. And with these things included, it would actually be pretty sweet. So again, with Die.avi, if you built up properly, if you had better explanations, if you had better, more detailed phenomena, and just an actual encounter, it would make this a whole lot better to read. Trust me, because it's got the ideas there. It just needs to be refined heavily. But that's really it. What would you rate these Creepypastas? What would you change to make them better? And which one do you think is better out of both that we've picked today? This has been another episode of Shitty Pastas, and if you like what you saw, then like, comment, and subscribe. Oh, by the way, if you guys and gals are wondering what game I'm playing on the screen, this is Need for Speed Hot Pursuit. It's a remake on the new, the PS3, 360, and PC. It's pretty much classic Need for Speed. Pretty much right there. It's just driving, arcadey. So it's like Burnout 2. You get upgrades, but you unlock them instead of buying them. So yeah, it's a nice game. Totally, you should go check it out. It's a really fun Need for Speed. But yeah, if you ever wonder what game I'm playing, it always mentioned at the beginning of the video. You know, I'll key it on, and you'll see me. You hear me sometimes mention it here and there at the end of the video, and I'll always have it in the description. So yeah, this is me, Mudahar, and I am out.